Oh, yo, Scorpio! Today we're going to be doing a reading from October the 4th to October the 10th. I don't know, like every time with Scorpio, it brings me to like that cheer from Bring It On. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this will be a reading for October 4th to 10th, 2020. We'll take a look into your recent past, your present energy, and what's on the horizon for you. This will be for your sun, moon, and rising signs in Scorpio, should you be cross-watching. These are general reads, so they may not resonate with everyone. Take what's for you, leave everything else behind. We'll move into your higher vibe. Let's take a look for Scorpio. Interesting. Okay, the overall energy for this reading is the Hermit. Taking some time out, taking some time for yourself, getting introspective, realigning, considering your journey. In the recent past, we have the Sun, the Eight of Inspiration, and the Chariot. You or someone around you is feeling really good, full of happiness, full of love, wanting to talk about it, wanting to be out in the world, experiencing it, expressing it. Yeah, some really great energy happening here. Wow. All right, in the present energy, we've got the Muse of Emotions, the Seven of Emotions, and the Eight of Voices. So we have all this like happy energy in this past situation, feeling super charged up, fired up, like let me spread this happiness and love that is inside of me everywhere. And then now like looking at all those feelings and looking at all those things that you were saying and feeling, and it's making you feel anxious all of a sudden. We've had like a flip-flop in the energy. Maybe second guessing yourself. Maybe all this happiness was like not sitting right for you, Scorpio. I'm not sure. But your heart was full to brimming, and now it's making you feel a little bit crazy, a little bit stressed out. In the future energy, we have the Wheel, the Nine of Emotions, and the Four of Materials. Something coming to an end, something new starting up maybe. Feeling like emotionally full still, feeling like really good in our hearts, but now like clinging on to something, protecting something, holding on to it. Maybe you've got a fear of losing this love, this happiness. So as good as it feels for you, it's also making you like a little bit anxious. Because I really see your energy here moving in like a lot of different directions, which may be a bit overwhelming for Scorpio. You know, you're a fixed sign, you're used to things being just kind of like one way, being in control of that, being often quite protective of your sweethearts. And I get the sense that you're like caught up and excited and I've thrown it out, and now you're like, oh, uh-oh. Like, but what if it goes away and now I gotta be anxious about it, so I better hold on to it tighter even though it feels so good and everything is right. I'm gonna find out. Let's do some clarifying. Immediately at the start of this read, I started to feel like very giddy, like I obviously a little bit silly. I'm not sure what that is. You're bringing that energy out in me, so whatever this kind of like love, this happiness, this communication of like my heart's full, it feels so great. I'm really like picking that up off of the cards. So I think I gotta say, like, get out of your head, Scorpio. I get the sense this is you. Let's clarify the Hermit. Page of Pentacles, the World, and the Page of Cups. I get the sense there is a new start for you and someone else where you're both feeling maybe emotionally present. It's like something where you're aligned in what direction you want to move towards. I think you've been internalizing whatever that connection is. Still maybe kind of new. But you're facing the same direction. Let's take a look at the Sun in the recent past here. Yeah, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. Someone's feeling really passionate, very inspired, very happy. We have the Sun here and the Queen of Wands. Maybe dealing with a Leo, someone with Leo placement in their charts. But there is a sense of like coming together with someone, and this, like the soulmate card is present here with this Two of Cups, to start to build up for a solid foundation, for a future. This is all very consistent, Scorpio. Let's take a look at the Eight of Inspiration in your recent past here. I don't know that this past needs much clarifying, quite honestly. The Sun again. The Sun, the Moon, and the Death card. All right, like you're out here talking about this love, this connection, this exciting thing, how good it's making you feel. But I kind of get the sense that you're like, but maybe the other shoe's gonna drop. Like maybe I'm feeling really happy, but I shouldn't be because there's probably something I don't know. It's like three major arcana cards just came out all together. Maybe you are dealing with a Leo in this. I'm not sure, but I think like you're happy and it's tripping you up a little bit. Let's clarify the Seven of Emotions in the present energy. Okay, so we're clarified by the Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Swords. So you're taking a look at all of your feelings. You want to action on them. You're feeling passionate about them. You were like, I've built up all of my walls, and here, come behind them. Let me protect you. Let me care for you. Let me talk to you about my feelings, which seems not necessarily your cup of tea. But you're kind of like, there was so much forward momentum in this past because, you know, you were caught feeling great and just like, I'm just going to feel it now. And now you're like pulling back, taking a pause, not necessarily like a negative pause, but you're stopping with the moving forward. You may be talking about this a little bit with whoever you're dealing with here, but I get the sense that the dialogue that's happening is internal. I don't know that you're letting this person in on how you're feeling right now. Let's take a look at the Eight of Voices. The Five of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Hermit again. Yeah, you've got some anxiety going on because I think you're like fearful that this person's going to make another choice, that they're going to like recant their decision to choose you, that maybe you're going to have to start to compete for this person or their affection or their attention with someone else or with multiple other people, whatever the scenario is that you're building up in your head. And then it's going to make you kind of retreat, which is sort of the opposite of what you want to be doing because you've been forwardly feeling good, expressing that you're feeling good, talking about, you know, how happy you are, how emotionally fulfilled you are, and then you're looking at all of these feelings and stopping and then starting to think and then building up this internal dialogue and creating these scenarios that maybe aren't happening about like, what if they take it back? What if I suddenly have to like be better than other people? What if they wish I was somebody else? And you're just like removing yourself from the situation a little bit here. Let's take a look into the future energy. We'll look at this wheel. Oh, Scorpio, you just gotta like let your heart lead you. Self-sabotage is what these cards scream to me. And you have like a beautiful connection with somebody who's like building with you and they're also fired up about it. All right. The wheel's clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups, and the Hierophant. I think you're going to get some reassurance from this person. Maybe you're finally going to talk to them about how you're feeling, about what they want, how they see things coming together, how they want to move into the future, and like reiterating to you that they are present and like want to move forward in love with you. Maybe it's a sense of like, it all happened way too fast and now we need to dial it back and come at it a little bit slower so that you feel more comfortable. I think it is probable that you're dealing with a Taurus in this situation, with the Hierophant becoming present here. And you're kind of like looking to them to be like, can I trust you? Where do you see this going though? Because I don't want to say where I see it going, because like what if you don't feel the same way? Even though I feel so good and it's stressing me out that I feel good. Let's take a look at this Nine of Emotions. Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the King of Pentacles. All right, so you're feeling really good, but you're scared you're being deceived. I don't know if you're scared of that you're being deceived by somebody else, but you're like keeping an eye on someone else. And I assume this is whoever you're having this relationship with. But they're sitting there like, I'm happy, I'm confident, I feel great, I feel so secure. I think whoever you're dealing with is just like, they're feeling really good. They're feeling passionate. They're feeling secure. They know what they want. And you're like, but what if you're lying? What if I'm lying to myself? And I think there's a bit of a toxic thought process that is going on around this. Perhaps dealing with a Capricorn here too, with the Devil and the King of Pentacles coming up together. But I really do get the sense, Scorpio, that like you're having a really hard time trusting your emotions right now because they feel too good. You're too happy. Things feel too easy. Let's take a look at the Four of Materials in the future energy here. Yeah, Ace of Wands, the King of Cups, which is you again, and the Eight of Swords. There's like a new start in passion here. And you're holding on to it really tight because you're like scared. I don't know. The levels of anxiety every time something's like new passion, new love. Every card that comes up that's just like, yes, the option for security. Yes, the option for love. You're like, I don't know, it's freaking me out. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from you every time you show up on the board. Relax. Love doesn't need to be logical, and you're never going to know in the very beginning like where it will go. You have to kind of trust the person that you're giving your heart to. And if it feels really good right now and you're feeling very happy, and you have been feeling really happy, why are you getting in your own head and building anxiety around it? Because the energy from this other person is stable, is like sure of itself, is passionate, is excitable, and they're like ready to freely be giving it to you. And I see you being the one putting all the roadblocks up, and not even for that person. You're putting the roadblocks up for yourself. And you think that's not going to spill over into your relationship with this person. Like, it will. If this person is as solid and as in tune as it seems they are, they're going to recognize when you were moving really forward, forward, forward. Yes, I feel great. And then like pulling back into yourself. Take a few cards from the universe here for you, Scorpio, to close things off. the Empress, the Four of Voices, and the Queen of Voices. You know what you want, Scorpio. You know what's making you happy. I think you just need to sit with that and like reflect on the happy feelings, reflect on the loving feelings, reflect on instinctively what you want to be doing. And if that is spreading love around and showing the world that you have like a heart beating in your chest, then spend some time reflecting on that and like acknowledge it and then action on it. You need to start speaking to what you are feeling as opposed to getting in your head about it and internalizing it and driving yourself cuckoo bananas. And that's what I've got for you, Scorpio, for this week. I hope this was helpful to you. Follow your heart. Do what feels good. Stop getting in your own way. And we will see you the next time.